Greetings, car fanatics. How's it going? Today I'm making another video about my 2008 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. I yet again have another problem with my Cayenne. However, it's nothing big at all. It's very minor, and I'm probably just being a bit nitpicky. So let's go ahead and take a look at the problem. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but when I put the car in drive, I get a vibration here. I can feel it in the seat of my pants. I have a suspicion that it could be the engine torque damper. If it's not that, my mechanic said it could be the motor mounts. Let's go ahead and take a look at the engine strut damper and see if that's the culprit first. Okay, from here it looks okay, but let's go ahead and remove the engine torque damper so we can get a closer look. So we're going to start by removing this 16mm screw over here. Then we have one more 16mm screw right over here. Okay, car fanatics, so this is the old engine strut damper. As you can see here, it's cracked, and this bearing actually just comes right on out. It's not supposed to do that. So I only put about 35,000 miles on this engine torque damper, but apparently they don't last very long. And if you think about what's going on here, it really uses the rubber right here to kind of dampen the motion. But when it's cracked, you're gonna have more of that motion being transmitted to the car. So we're gonna have to order a new one. Let's fast forward 1 week. Okay, and here's the new engine torque damper. You can purchase a new one for pretty cheap. It's about $70 on Amazon, or you might be able to find a better deal on eBay. I found this on eBay for about $40. And if you can see here, you have a completely intact bushing over here. There's no cracks or anything like that. Let's go ahead and put this in and see if it solves our issue. All right, let's go ahead and start the car up and see if we fix the problem. And it looks like the vibration is still here. The engine torque damper didn't fix the problem. It needed to be replaced, but that was not it. Let's go ahead and take it to my mechanic at McIlvaine Motors in Tempe, Arizona. Take a look and see what's going on. All right, so I got a call back from the mechanic and they think it's the engine mounts. The bad news is it's going to be $3,200 to replace the engine mounts. Now, you might be wondering why so much. Well, on the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, you can't just lift up the motor slightly and replace the engine mounts. The turbochargers are actually in the way. So you actually have to drop the entire engine, the transmission, the front axles, and basically the whole front end underneath the car has to come out just to replace these engine mounts. Now, looking at the old engine mounts compared to the new ones, you can see that the new engine mounts are a little bit taller than the old engine mounts. Fortunately, McIlvaine Motors was able to work with my aftermarket warranty company just a few days before my policy was supposed to expire to get this covered, so this really saved me a bunch of money. So while we had the engine out, I had my mechanic do preventative maintenance on the coolant line. The coolant line is actually held in with glue into the housing. Over time, the glue can break down, and some owners have had the coolant pipe come out, leak out all the coolant, and this leads to a lot of issues. So what my mechanic did was pin the coolant pipe to the housing so they're mechanically connected and it just can't come undone on its own. Alright, car fanatics, so I got the car back, and with the new engine mounts, I have to say the car drives like a completely brand new car. So before, when I would hit bumps and take corners and stuff like that, I would actually feel the engine moving around a little bit. And now everything just feels so much tighter and just well connected, and the car just drives really well. So even though it was really expensive, fortunately I was able to get it covered under warranty just before it expired. Well, there you have it, car fanatics. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments or questions below.